everyone. Welcome to my honest discussion regarding Madden 21. And I think it just needs to be said that this game right now is just kind of meh. There's nothing really oh my god about it. The next gen version, but to me, was a huge letdown. Like hardly any improvement, as you can see here. That play went gloriously, but I think there needs to be an honest discussion about this game right now in the past few years. And I was lucky enough to get this on the PlayStation 5, but the problems started way earlier on launch on the PS4. And I happened to walk into a Walmart and seeing this game $10 off, which I was like, what? That's kind of weird. So I bought it, and my first go-to mode is franchise or connected franchise, and it is so. I've realized that now that this mode is so meaningless. Your stats don't carry over. You can check in your career settings, but the fact that they have a sim tenure option in this game is absolutely pointless because there's nothing to look back on besides the hot shots that are in the league now, and then whoever progressed to be a good player, which you can kind of see their progression in Super Bowls. But again, there's nothing long term. There's even no history there. There's no Peyton Manning. There's no Vince Lombardi. I don't even think Madden is even in the no, wait, I think John Madden is the only Hall of Fame player in this game. Like, what happened to Jerry Rice and people players coming out of retirement? Like, that was such a neat feature, and each year it's just getting more and more lackluster. Now, me being a full-time worker and a father, I get off of work and it's like, well, after my hard day and my kids in bed and I got a few hours to mingle and do what I want. And it's like, do you really want your time to be going to Madden? And I played this today, and I just realized the only reason I'm playing it because of the Carson Wentz trade that went live the other day. And so I traded him on here to put into a franchise, and I'm 2 games in, and it hit me how this whole mode is completely useless. And there are so many bare bones features that are missing. Like, do you remember in Madden 2008, at the end of every season, you got a plaque that would show your record, and if you won the Super Bowl, I believe, if you won the championship but lost the Super Bowl, you would have the AFC Championship. If you won the Super Bowl, you had the Super Bowl trophy. If you had like a 7-9 season, I think it would go bronze or silver. I'm not too sure, but I remember for a 30-year franchise, it completely added some depth to there. I can go, oh yeah, because me, like, I hardly play anymore. I usually have it where if you go into a connected franchise, you can actually have it go CPU versus CPU. So if you're doing a rebuilding team, you can actually watch your team duke it out with the other team, which I just hate playing defense in Madden these days. And so when you go into Super Sim, when the game starts, you would put it to slow and just sim to the end of the game. And by doing that, you can watch the whole game in CPU versus CPU. Again, that shouldn't be the case. Everybody makes the case for ESPN NFL 2K5, but really, if you look at the differences there from a game that came out, let's see, 2011, that came out almost 17 years ago, has more features in that game than this one. And even Madden 03, mini camp, just the simplest necessities, even in post-game, there is so much missing here, and there has been a lot said. The fixed Madden franchise, which I think we all know is just going to be another list of excuses going down the line. When Madden got this exclusive license, this product literally just went down the drain. And it's really unfortunate, because it is the only game on the market. And it is fun looking forward to a football season. It is exciting, but this was the first time that I just completely gave up for a while on this game. And it was because I was forced to. Now again, I have a few other videos on this channel where you couldn't even complete a game in franchise mode, and apparently it is still an issue on the PS4. And what was the issue? So you would go into franchise, you would complete your game, and it would crash. And I have never had that issue before. It was so weird, and it happened every time. 10 times in a row. Even the few games that I streamed before the season started, the games would crash at the end. And for months it wasn't acknowledged. It was just saying this was a problem on Sony's part. And I got down to the nitty and gritty and was like, this is impossible. This game did not ship like this. And well, if you uninstall this game on the PS4, I'm not sure about the Xbox One, but if you leave it at flat 1.0, the Washington Redskins are in the game, and the game didn't crash for me. At least until I got up to week 9, and it crashed once, but after I restarted it and played it again, I was able to progress through the week after the game finished. But still, like, you have a AAA product that sold, well, I bought it for $50 at launch. That should have been a warning flag right there. And this discussion with Madden, with stats and the league news, it's just so minuscule and pointless. There's nothing exciting. Chiefs versus visit Ravens, like, there is, even in simple statistics, like say for you're going onto your the league schedule, you go on to week 4, say, right? Well, it's simulated. You're going through your list of games, you can see who won. It doesn't even tell you the team's records. So now, to base your criteria on, wow, hey, Cleveland just won 42-26, right? Well, now you go into settings and realize, well, they were 0-2, and now they're 1-2. Again, it's nitpicking, but it was simple things like that that kept the game immersive and just real. The radio commentators show that was in Madden 06 and I believe in Madden 05, and that was immersive. That was exciting. I loved hearing, and the newspapers were even in depth for each team. And now it is just doesn't mean anything. My interest with this game is so lackluster, and until they add the league history, which I put another video up on it, I got an update, I installed it, and on the dash of the game it states, hey, check out our league history. And sure enough, I simulate a season because I'm like, there's no way. Like, okay, I have a reason to play franchise mode now. I can see who won the Super Bowl, who beat me, right? And there's nothing. There's no league history tab found anywhere in settings until I have to go on their website and say that it isn't coming out until the next patch in a few weeks. And it's funny how they jump the gun so fast to say, hey, we're fixing everything, we got you, we understand your frustration, and yet this is their response. Hey, we got new draft logic, we also have new franchise league history, check it out. Like, they're telling you to check it out when it's not even in their game yet. It's just gotten kind of old. I don't mess around with MUT. I know a lot of people do. It's not my cup of tea. I have no patience for grinding for hours to get a card, or spending any money on a game that is updated barely every year. But at least the card openings are getting flashier, so I guess there's something there. And then the new yard mode, I played twice, and that was because my son saw SpongeBob. And I was like, oh, all right, well, you know what, maybe. And no, I can't even stand that mode. And then to see some uniforms going for $20, $10, $5 is completely, utterly ridiculous. I'll play NFL Street. And this is almost sounding kind of toxic, but it's just, I'm over it. Like, I always had this little bit of optimism regarding Madden. Like, okay, you know what? They can't just keep playing it safe every year. And it's at the point now where it's just, I get it. You can see where their market is, and it's really unfortunate. Even with the fixed Madden franchise hashtag, there it's going to be the most lackluster thing. Like, even the replays in Madden 21 aren't even as in depth as they were in the PS2 games. Do you remember when you would make a big highlight play and it would go into that widescreen filter and that sound effect, and it would replay like 3 times? It was in depth like that. I mean, it took until I believe it was Madden 17 to add the ticker back into franchise mode. And even the ticker now, it doesn't make sense. At least the stats don't. In a lot of the games, I used to love seeing scoring summary even. So, okay, so here's another example. So you have week 3, you played your Sunday night game, and you go through your league week, and you go to each game. Well, you see the points they scored in each quarter, but you don't know how those points were scored. Again, this is franchise mode. This is why I play the mode. I want all the stats. I want to be immersed. And there's just nothing there. It is not. It is somehow more bare bones than a season mode. It's not franchise. This game has a huge road to go, and not even in comparison to 2K5, but even in comparison to its predecessors, Madden 05, Madden 06, Madden 08, and at this point, just kind of over it. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. So, if you agreed, if you want to make a little discussion, I'll be answering comments below. Let me know your feedback. How do you feel about the game? PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Let me know. Gotta love that teleport, though. Alright, you take care, guys. Have a great night.